So we have had Umbrella for about 7 months. For those of you that are new to my channel and you either don't know me or you don't know Umbrella. Hey guys, I'm Kaylin, the author of the Parrot Bliss Bond. I have a couple other parrot books. I do. And this is Umbrella. Umbrella is the umbrella that my fella brought home. And that's because my husband was like, maybe we should rehome that umbrella. He likes cockatoos. I wouldn't have ever picked a cockatoo because cockatoos are supposed to be loud and difficult and louder still. So, but he picked her and what has it been like? Well, my mission is to help you make sure that you get the right bird or that you understand your birdism, your bird language as best as possible so that you have the most blissful bond, because I think that having a loud cockatoo is like the best. I have over 20 species of parrots. I love all my parrots. And really having a good bond with them is priceless. It's only third to having like family, kids, that kind of thing. So, a great relationship. So what has it been like having Umbrella already? Well, you can see, yeah, come here. She doesn't like to step up. Come here. No? Pretty bird. She does talk. Hello, pretty bird. How are you, pretty bird? She is a very gentle bird. I would not put my face in proximity of a bird that I wasn't totally comfortable with. Totally. There she goes hiding. There we go. Umbrella has been amazing. I don't know if I would blindly, I say blindly, but jump into another umbrella. Because you never know what they're going to be like. Come here, you're not in the video. Come here. Step up. Come on. There you go. What a good girl. This time you stepped up. What a good girl you are. Where are you going? Where do you want to go? I don't know if I would get another cockatoo because they are notoriously loud. In the wild, they're loud. And they have flocks of, up to like 20,000 birds. In other words, they are communal. While they aren't like this with their partners or their flock, they do expect to be with the flock, and they like to be around you, and and they like a lot of attention. Now, we also have a Major Mitchell and a Galah. Our Major Mitchell is stunning. I think there are very few people who know parrots who would argue that Major Mitchells are they're just stunning, stunning, beautiful birds. And I think my Galah is too. In our case, our Major Mitchell and our Galah, which were also rescues, they are the quietest, sweetest pink birds you ever saw. We call them the pink girls. I don't know if all Major Mitchells are like that. When I read what other people say, sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't. And I don't know I know Galahs can be loud, so we're kind of lucky. So if I got another cockatoo, I would know the risk. I'd be like, okay, this bird could be really loud. At times, Miss, I'm hiding behind you. She's loud. Most of the time during the day so far, she's not really loud. She does what she's doing now. Hello. She likes to make sure you see her, kind of make sure that you acknowledge her. We used to take her for walks, but she kind of seemed nervous. Like, we decided that her feathers grew out because she was clipped when we adopted her, and she seemed nervous. So we were like, let's not clip. Let's let her keep her feathers. And she's nervous. Rosie loves to go for a walk. Our green-winged macaw. Umbrella seems like she gets nervous. So when we used to walk her, she would say hello to every person she saw, and she expected them to say hello back. And of course, you hear this hello, and a lot of people didn't realize it was a bird talking to them. So they'd look up and look at us and kind of be like, oh, hi. Kind of like, do I know you? Why are you saying hi to me? And then they'd see her, and it's like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, I agree. So she is definitely a big attention needer. Now, I will also say that one thing that really makes her unique is she's the most person-like, in my perspective, in my flock. And what I mean by that is like all of our birds have a personality. That's a given. But the bigger the bird, the more I think either you see their personality or you recognize how really human-like it is. What are you doing? Don't you want to be in it? You want to step up? Oh, good. There you go. Do you want to show them your crown again? And see, this is what I mean. It's almost like, oh, maybe she sees herself in the camera and she's like, what's going on? She has to check everything out. So she's the most human-like in that sense. Like, we usually take her up into our bedroom in the evenings. This is one-on-one time with her. And if she doesn't get that time, she screams. She's downstairs, and around 5 or 6 p.m., she'll start to scream. Later on, after we've brought her back down, she's had her one-on-one time, she's had pets, she's had cuddles. She goes from me to my husband. She is an equal opportunity pet and love receiver. Then, and she does that sometimes too. Hi, sweetie. Then, you know, when we bring her back down, when it seems like she's ready for bed, we bring her back down. If we go down a half hour, an hour later, or any time later, it's dark, right, pretty bird? And she'll start to scream. Like if we go down, like let's say we're going down for a glass of water or something, scream. So, you know, just like a baby, right? It's almost like if you wake the baby and the baby knows you're there, you're in trouble. Of course, in this case, she'll mellow out. We go back upstairs and she's fine. But, so she really is, you know, the most interactive in that sense. Like she says hello and expects it back. She sees you and she expects you to acknowledge her. She does her and she's expressing herself, and she thinks it's like a legitimate communication, and she really expects us to communicate back. Oh, I thought you were going to step up. So she's just the most interesting in that sense. I think it's fair, at least in my experience, to say that like the macaws have really big personalities, but I know, right? Now you keep stepping out of the picture. The macaws have really big personalities, but Arabella's is the most emotionally developed, whether she's emotionally mature or emotionally immature like a child. But yes. You know, and I'm not saying that's a tantrum, but that, you know, it kind of reminds me of a kid having a tantrum, like, hello, pay attention to me. Hello. Yeah. Would I recommend her for anyone? No, not necessarily. Oh, trying to get the camera level there. I think that she's good for someone who has a lot of time. Like if you work from home and you could spend a lot of time with her, kind of thing. I don't know if she would like a friend. She was in a home where I understand she was by herself, and she likes our other birds, but she chases them away from what she considers her area. So she thinks she's the queen, you know? And so what's it been like? It's been wonderful. It's been loud, not horribly. I think she's not a very loud cockatoo. I think a lot of them can be much worse. Sometimes they scream out of like an emotional wound and they don't stop. But she has been fabulous. She's as stunning as her presence is, like when she lifts her crown and like you see all this beautiful white and the yellow underneath and the crown. That's kind of how her personality is too. So I do adore her. I love having her. I don't think I'd want my husband to bring another one home. We'd need a bigger home. We need a ranch. But that's what it's been like. Awesome in her own white, feathery umbrella way, right? All right, stay tuned for my books and stuff like that. Say bye-bye. Hello. Good job.